6:13, time now for business news, and we say good morning to Kris McCusker this morning, filling in for Mike Eppel all week long for March break. Good morning, Kris. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you, Tammy?
I am very well. Thank you very much.
Good.
And I think maybe we'll be better when I see some gas prices dropping, and maybe that will be the case. Oil once again taking a hit.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens at the gas station, Tammy. We've got oil in the red again this morning, and it's actually down now about 20% from the peak, which, by the way, was just last week. It feels like 100 years ago, but it hit $130 last week, a 14-year high, and we are seeing oil under pressure. It's below $100 this morning. There are concerns about a resurgence of COVID cases in China, which now has millions under lockdown. China, of course, the biggest oil importer. And despite what we're hearing about the violence in Ukraine, we're also getting word that there might be some progress on those ceasefire talks with Russia. So these two things providing a downdraft for oil. And that's likely to put Bay Street under pressure, at least to start the day today. Now, the TSX is coming off a loss to start the week. This time yesterday, it was the best performer in North America. Now it's in the red year to date. All of those gains wiped out yesterday. So Bay Street down by about 0.8% in 2022. As far as the U.S. goes, futures markets in the red this morning. We've got a U.S. Federal Reserve meeting that starts today. Interest rates very likely going up in the U.S. tomorrow, with, frankly, central banks around the world trying very hard to cool inflation.
Wow, how things change in 24 hours, Kris.
I know.
What a big turn, right?
I know. That's been the case for weeks now, as you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yesterday, we were talking about Unifor's president, Jerry Dias. He was taking early retirement after facing some health issues that were ongoing. And now an update when it comes to what was actually happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're actually hearing from Unifor that there is an investigation that's been ongoing against Jerry Dias since late January. So the private sector union, which is Canada's largest, said in a statement yesterday that a complaint about Dias was received on January 26th, alleging that he engaged in a breach of the union's constitution. We don't know any more than that at this point. The union, representing 315,000 workers, is not sharing any further details, except to say that Dias was notified of this investigation on January 29th, and then he took that medical leave on February the 6th. He was expected to retire in August, but some still surprised by what was described as an abrupt resignation that we heard about yesterday. Perhaps more to this story, and I guess we'll have to wait to find out further details.
Yeah, see what's really going on behind there. All right, thanks, Kris. And lastly, of course, yesterday we heard the big news, I guess it was Sunday night, about Tom Brady unretiring.
Yeah.
Some people really happy about that. I know a lot of football fans who are thrilled. Others, especially one person, not so much.
Yes, and this person has not been identified, and this person is probably happy about this. So imagine you go out, you buy a Tom Brady last touchdown pass football. You spend more than $500,000 on it, and then a few hours later, Brady unretires. By the way, I don't know if that's a word, but that's okay.
We're making it a word.
Yeah, well, and leave it to Tom Brady to create a new word, right? So this ball sold for over $500,000. It was from a game back in January. There were 23 bids. Now, assuming that Brady throws at least one touchdown in 2022 in an attempt for his 8th Super Bowl, this ball purchased on the weekend, now basically worthless.
That's terrible. I didn't realize that this person bought it hours before the announcement. I thought it was something that they purchased, well before.
No.
Hours.
I know, right?
Hopefully it was Tom Brady. We don't know who it is. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was him.
Well, that would make all of this okay, because him losing $500,000 is drop in the bucket. Yeah.
No big deal. No big deal at all.
Yeah.
All right, Kris. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.